Hello, and welcome to Sunnyview Middle School. My name is Barry Shepard. I'm the contact teacher here. Normally, you would come here with your classmates and you would see our school. But under these circumstances, I thought we'd give you a virtual tour. So, let's go on in the school and I'll show you around. Let's head inside. One of the first things you notice when you step inside the doors of Sunnyview Middle School is our 3 new art pieces. I want to focus solely on our middle one. Our middle one here is very special. It has representations from every culture that comes to Sunnyview Middle School. It's beautiful and it's a great way to start our morning. Moving into our office, this is our main office. This is where you would come if you need to pick up a late slip if you're late, if you need to call home, or if you need to speak to administrator. You would come in here, coming down into the hallway, into our administration hallway. The first door we have is our principal's room. This is Miss Day's room. She's not in at the moment. The next room we have is Mr. Baines working diligently. This is our vice principal, Mr. Baines. Moving down the hallway, we have a sick room right here for people who aren't feeling well, which then brings us into our student services section. This is where you would come to speak with our guidance counselor if you had issues that you need to talk to someone about. Maybe you were picking courses for high school or various other things that might come along. Now I'm going to exit the door that you would normally enter to show you where it is. Again, our hallway is just down there from where we came in, and this is our student services door. Okay, let's get into the heart of the tour. At Sunnyview, we have 2 specialty classes. Our first one is located downstairs. It is SP1. Here, a group of TAs and teachers help students with their day-to-day activities. Downstairs is almost committed totally to grade 6s. All your classes, for the most part, will be held down here. We have a grade 6 pod. It's a little bare right now due to COVID, but eventually this will be a class. This will hold 2 whole classes. Another grade 6 classroom. Every grade 6 will get the opportunity to share a locker this year. So you will be able to store your stuff here and not have to carry everything to class. We are now about to move in to our most colorful hallway Sunnyview has to offer. This is our music hallway. In a typical year, this room would be filled with aspiring musicians learning instruments like guitars, drums, keyboards, and vocal. But today, it sits quiet. The mural that we're looking at here was done by a group of former students. We took hours upon hours upon hours to complete this mural, one little piece at a time. There's still a few little touch-ups that have to be done, but for the most part, our mural is complete. Give you another view of the mural from this angle. Again, the music hallway. Just past our mural is our compass room. The compass room is an important room at Sunnyview. We help students find their way here. If you need someone to talk to, need a quiet space to do some work, or a little extra time, Miss Byers is always down here willing to help. Leaving the compass room, we are now walking down the other grade 6 hallway. Now again, normally on a day, this would be bustling with students, either working in the hallway or getting stuff out of their locker. But today, due to COVID, it is a quiet hallway. Getting down to the end of the hallway, we come to our 2 art rooms. Now, this year, due to COVID, art was kept in the homeroom. But normally, we have an art class. Here is art room number 1. Next to the art room, this will be our French teacher's office. So if you're looking to speak to your French teacher, there's a good chance you'll find them in here if they're not in class. And as I said earlier, all downstairs is dedicated to grade 6s, with one exception, was SP1. This is our other exception. This is our second art room, but this is also going to be a grade 7 classroom. Okay, let's head upstairs. Coming up the stairs above the art room, The first room we come to is our library learning commons. Now, before I walk in here, I'd like to say our library does not normally look like this, but due to COVID, things have kind of been placed in here. Our library is a place where you can come and borrow books. It's a place where you can come and have a quiet place to work, do some research. But we also have maker space in here. In here, you can do needlepoint, you can do sewing, some robotics, just to name a few. Here's our line of MacBooks. Coming to the other side of the library learning commons, we have our class computer room. Again, these tables are not normally in here, but due to COVID, we have to store them somewhere. Here's where you can come in as a class to work on assignments. We also have a green screen here for those of you who like to record movies and stuff like that. Okay, let's go out and continue our tour. Continuing our tour, we have our second specialty classroom here. This is SP2, our intermediate intensive support room. Here we have another group of TAs and teachers who work diligently with a group of students on a day-to-day basis. The upstairs, for the most part, is broken into two groups, grade 7s and grade 8s. What I am walking down now, away from the library learning commons, is the grade 7 section of the upstairs. It looks a lot like the downstairs. The only difference is the kids are a little bit bigger. And normally these hallways would be filled with kids at their lockers or working. Working our way down the grade 7 hallway, we're coming to two other rooms. The first, room 418, this is our ESL support room. This is where you can come for some one-on-one support. And down in the corner, we have our ISSP support room. Both of these rooms, teachers can bring you in here for a little extra one-on-one support. Exiting the ISSP room, we are now moving into the grade 8 section of the upstairs. It is a lot like the grade 6 section and the grade 7 section. It's a lot of various classrooms and lockers. Again, during a normal time, we would have kids in the hallway working or at their lockers. But for now, we have just a lot of empty rooms. Let's head downstairs. I've got one more place to show you. Now that we're back downstairs, I've got one more room I want to show you. Welcome to the home of the Cougars. This is the Sunnyview Gym. Now there's a few things I want to draw your attention to. First, the number of banners that various sports teams at Sunnyview has won over the years. Sunnyview has a large tradition of very competitive teams coached by great coaches. Next, this is the Sunnyview stage. We have held many a presentation, many a play, many a concert on that stage. And finally, along the side here, we have a new set of banners. These are our arts banners. The first ones, the purple ones, are our Sunnyview Dance Crew winners. The red ones are our Sunnyview Idol winners, it's a solo singing competition we have at the end of every year. And then our last one are our plays that we have done, the first time we've done each of these plays. That takes us to the end of our tour. I know it's not what you're normally expecting, and we'd love to have you guys here, but due to the circumstances that the world is facing now, this is the best that we can do. So I can't wait to see you guys all in September. I hope you guys have a great summer, and we'll see you soon. Take it easy, guys.